Beauty Lies Within by MiraculousDragonMaster. Chapter 13. Being a Good Host. A few minutes later, Discord had popped into the girls' room, surprising them from wherever they were doing. Twilight had closed her book she was reading and turned to the Lord of Chaos. "Discord," she said, "you're back."
"Of course I am, Twilight,"
he said, adding with a mock bow, making the Princess of Friendship roll her eyes. "Where have you been?" Fluttershy asked, coming up to her friend.
"I have been prepping something for you ladies, in accordance with me hosting you six here," he said. "Come with me."
With a snap of his fingers, he had teleported himself and the girls outside. The girls were in amazement at the large outdoor garden they seemed to have missed back when they were exploring the castle. There were many types of colourful flowers, roses, tulips, daisies, violets, poppies and lilies, that were acting as a border around the area, and to Fluttershy's delight, some of her animal friends were there, playing around. The girls were also pleasantly surprised to see their own pets waiting for them. "Wow!" the girls exclaimed. "This is absolutely lovely!" Rarity said in awe. Then she clapped her hands with joy as she saw her cat, Opalescence.
"Not bad," Rainbow said.
She then smiled widely when she saw her tortoise, Tank, with his propeller on and flying around. Fluttershy turned to Discord and gave him a large hug. "Thank you, Discord," she said. Discord couldn't quite understand what was happening then, but the feeling of the petite and gentle girl having her arms wrapped around him brought a tingling sensation throughout his body. It wasn't a magical surge, but still it brought a weird feeling. Fluttershy didn't know why she wasn't letting go, but she felt like she didn't want to. Being around her chaotic yet thoughtful and protective friend always made her feel safe and happy. To both of their hidden disappointment, Fluttershy released Discord and joined her friends out into the garden. As he watched her hang out and talk with her friends and animals, he was already missing the strange warmth he had felt when she was so close to him. He shook his head.
"What am I thinking?" he scolded himself. "She's my friend. I shouldn't be thinking about her like that."
Yet a miniature copy of him popped into his shoulder and brought that thought down.
"Oh, really? Yet why did you feel all squishy inside, like you were going to melt into a puddle?"
The copy then literally melted like ice cream onto Discord's shoulder. The Lord of Chaos ignored the little version of himself and made a napkin appear and wiped away the copy. He looked over to where the girls were having some fun. Maybe he could just watch them for now. Meanwhile, Fluttershy was lying down on the grass, with Angel Bunny cuddling up against her lap. Rarity was beside her, petting Opal gently. Pinky was hugging her little alligator Gummy. Twilight was stroking the top feathers of her pet owl, Owlicious. The owl then flapped up onto her shoulder and nuzzled her face. Applejack was playing fetch with her collie dog, Wyona, laughing loudly, and Rainbow was racing with Tank, calling out to her tortoise. The girls knew this day just couldn't get any better. For that one moment, it was as if they had forgotten that an old enemy was after them. "Hey, girls!" Fluttershy called out to them. AJ and Rainbow stopped and went over to the others, with their pets following them. "You know that I always sing whenever I'm with my animals. Is it okay if I—" "You don't have to ask," Pinky cut her off. "We all know you have an amazing voice, and we like hearing you sing." "Well, you girls all have very nice voices too," Fluttershy said, feeling a little embarrassed by the praise. "But thank you."
"Go on, Flutters," Rainbow said. "You know we don't mind."
Fluttershy smiled, and then stood up while cradling Angel in her arms, much to his delight. "If you feel like joining, I won't mind either," she said to the other girls. "It would make me feel a little better." The girls nodded. Then Fluttershy led Angel down before she gently began flying around with the birds. As the gentle wind brushed her hair and the birds chirping to her, the kind girl remembered times when she was younger, dreaming of finding a true love. With those memories flooding her mind, Fluttershy began to sing. "Someday my prince will come, someday I'll find my love, and how thrilling that moment will be, when the prince of my dreams comes to me." Applejack smiled softly at her friend singing while subtly dancing on air. As she stroked Wyona, she remembered that she would always dream about having a better life for her and her family. She still had that dream. and that feeling of nostalgia caused her to sing along. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for you keep. Rarity giggled when she had her childhood fantasies of a fairy tale romance fill her mind as she brushed Opal's fur. She had always dreamed of finding her true love. Thoughts of a certain nobleman then caused her to blush a gentle pink, as she too started to sing, putting her cap down and beginning to twirl around. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you, the gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam, yet I know it's true that visions are seldom all they seem. But if I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll love me at once, the way you did once upon a dream. Pinky put gummy on her head for him to hang on with his toothless jaws while she started skipping over to a small pond, looking over at her reflection. She then looked up and over towards the dark forest, knowing that just beyond it was her home. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see 'em dancing, walking around on those. Pinky trailed off, scratching her head. Really? Rainbow asked her from her spot under a nearby tree, crossing her arms while raising an eyebrow. Kidding, Pinky said cheerfully, making Rainbow roll her eyes. The hyperactive girl resumed her singing. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. Twilight then stood up from her spot with Owlicious on her shoulder. Memories of her favourite guard flooded her mind, making her blush a light red. She remembered that she just couldn't talk to him, and acted so awkward around him. But he still remained kind and courteous as he started getting closer to her. Soon the two of them can chat like they were old friends when they were alone. Sometimes Twilight would even wonder why she was acting so weird around him in the first place. He was just a guy, and one that made her heart beat more rapidly than normal, and who always makes her smile. There's something sweet and almost kind, but though I was so strange he didn't mind. That shows he's dear and a bit unsure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before. Rainbow then suddenly zoomed up, with Tank following her at his own steady pace. Once she reached the altitude she wanted, she looked all around her, admiring the view. Whenever she was up in the sky, it was like a whole other world, a world where she belonged. But someone, whenever he would hang out with her, made her feel like he really was the world that she would want to belong to. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear. But now I'm in a whole new world with you. Applejack then began racing Wyona to the top of a hill, where the wind was blowing red and orange flower petals around. Thoughts of a certain draconic boy filled her mind, as she remembered that they were very different, yet at the same time they had so much in common. Their pasts, loss of loved ones, their loyalty to their friends, just to name a few. And you'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or whether we are not of the same kin. We need to sing with all the voices of the mountain. We need to paint with all the colors of the wind. Rainbow was riding the breeze that the petals were flying through, and then she stopped above the pond where Pinky was. As she gazed down at her reflection, she recalled the time she was teased for her tomboy personality. Yet, this is who she is. And if someone has problems with it, then that's their loss, and they can't do anything about it. And her best friend on the Wonderbolts wouldn't change a thing about her. That much she knew. Who is that girl I see staring
looking straight back at me. Why is my reflection someone I don't know?
Fluttershy then flitted over to her oldest friend and began to spin her around while singing. As she did, she pointed out her song to everyone else listening, making them either roll their eyes or blush a bit. Rarity, however, began to sing along to the tune. How do you know he loves you? How do you know he's yours? Well, does he leave a little note to tell you you are on his mind? Send you yellow flowers when the sky is grey. Hey, that's how you know, that's how you know he's your love. AJ eventually brushed off their teasing and remembered what she had told her granny just a couple of days earlier. She didn't want to settle down until she knows that her family is well taken care of. Yet a boy with green hair and purple skin seemed to make her get second thoughts about what she had said. So I work real hard each and every day. Now things for sure are going my way. Just doing what I do. Look out, boys, I'm coming through, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. People gonna come here from everywhere, and I'm almost there. Pinky then started skipping along again while singing. She recalled her life on her family's rock farm. No laughing, no smiling, no joy. But soon she found her purpose in life, and it explained why she was so different than everyone else in her family. Maybe she could find that someone special to make her life even brighter. And he could be closer than she thinks. 7 a.m. the usual morning lineup. Start on the chores and sweep till the floor's all clean. Polish and wax, do laundry and mop and shine up. Sweep again, and by then it's like 7:15, and so I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. I'll play guitar and knit and cook and basically just wonder, when will my life begin? Rainbow started to zip through the air, feeling the crisp wind in her hair and hitting her face. This was freedom, and she wouldn't trade it for almost anything. The more important things to her are her family and friends. Maybe even someone who was really starting to flood her mind with a lot of strange mushiness. Yet, as much as she was disgusted by the amount of mushy stuff, it still made her feel warm inside, and the smile that would come to her face wouldn't leave.
When the cold wind is a-callin', and the sky is clear and bright, misty mountains sing and beckon, lead me out into the light. I will ride, I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky. I will fly, chase the wind and touch the sky.
Pinky started spinning circles at the thought of that one boy that made her smile non-stop, and her heart beat faster than it would when she was on one of her sugar rushes. As she would recall, she was the last of her friends to meet a potential love interest. Well, Fluttershy still hasn't. But if the shy girl had found someone she didn't even know about it, Pinky would have still been the last out of the 6 of all of them. But it shows it really is never too late to find love. For the first time in forever, there'll be magic, there'll be fun. For the first time in forever, I could be noticed by someone. And I know it's totally crazy to dream I'd find romance, but for the first time in forever, at least I've got a chance. Finally, Twilight remembered that as a princess, she would be expected to keep her personal feelings aside when it comes to certain matters. Yet, when she had started to befriend that particular guard that would occupy her mind most of the time, she learned to just be herself around him. And he now doesn't care that she's a princess. They're just really good friends. That she kind of hoped would one day become something more. Don't let them in. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always had to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Then all 6 of them began singing together. Let it go, and I'll rise at the break of dawn. Let it go, that perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The fights never bothered me anyway. The girls all started laughing and enjoying their time again before heading inside a few minutes later. There in the main foyer, Discord was waiting for them.
I'll be checking in on you 6 every day, he said. Also to hang out with all of you, if you want.
Rainbow snickered.
Since when does the Lord of Chaos worry about 6 girls?
She teased. Discord rolled his eyes.
Well, since that shifty insect can be anywhere, and easily infiltrate anything, I have put up a barrier so that nothing and no one can get in or out, he said. And though I know very well that you ladies can pretty much handle anything, I'm not taking any chances.
Thank you again, Discord, Fluttershy said to her friend. Discord made a top hat appear on his head as he bowed to her while taking it off.
It's nothing much.
Fluttershy slightly blushed at his polite attack, which didn't go unnoticed by Pinky and Rarity. Discord then vanished into thin air. Well, we best get used to this, Rarity said. How about we have a party? Pinky suggested. I brought our instruments so that we can rock out. Sounds okay, Twilight said. When can we have it? How about today? Pinky piped up. The girls gave her weird looks. Tomorrow? She tried again, yet the same reaction happened. We still need to get used to living here until we have Chrysalis found, Twilight reminded. How about in a couple of weeks? She suggested. Fine, Pinky complied. It wasn't as soon as she wanted it to be, but at least they'd be having a party. Come on, y'all, Applejack said. He was heading up the stairs. The sun's going down now. Let's get some shut eye. The girls nodded their agreements and followed the cowgirl up the stairs to their room. End of chapter. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that one. I absolutely loved that. And it's in no small part because of that song medley. I'm sorry if I don't sound good, but I'm just having way too much fun with this. And I just like the idea that they're just hanging out in the garden with their pets, singing and having a good time. Makes me happy. And you can see the sparks starting to fly between Fluttershy and Discord. Anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified for whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night, or whatever time zone you're in. Bye my guys, gals and non-binary pals. I'll see you in another video. Take care.